緑の森で目を覚ます記憶胸の獣が闇の中嘲笑うよ巡る石の中そばにいて白き人よ輝きをもたらして今すぐにこの渇き潤してこの目に映るものは恋の真夏の影
Welcome back to my Let's Play of Melty Blood, the original 2002. Where we last left off, we finally met Shiki and Sion, and now they are in a partnership together. Sorry if you hear stuff in the background. Kids are playing out late, and I can't really put them out in terms of sound quality, so you're just gonna have to bear. Anyway, that night the air was maddening hot. Water! I run seeking any moisture I could find. I run through the dark forests. I run through the hells of the steep mountain paths. Compared to walking through the familiar desert of my youth, the mountain path flooded with trees is like walking on needles. All of the knights who had accompanied me are dead. No one is left alive. I go back to the village. All the villagers are dead. The well is dried up. The river is filled with corpses. Still, I walk my way to it, hoping to find water. Choking, I drink and drink, as if I'm brought back to life. Something feels intertwined, like a large cloth, endlessly intertwined. It's in my way, so I pull at it over and over. I tear and pull, but the cloth still gets in the way. Each time I bend to drink, I get wrapped further inside. I pull again, and the rustling cloth entangles in my fingers. Again and again. Rustle, 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 rustle. Skin the human corpse shaped into a large sheet. Dead body, empty shells, dreams of everything inside. The skin of all the hundreds of people pushed in, held them until the dark and damp rots away their skin, and all ooze together into one hideous sheet. Sheet, 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 sheet. Even seeing that, I need water, so I continue to drink. They get in my way, but I drink anyway. The cartoon-like faces are actually comical. Yes, mutilated, fleshless, organless. The seamlessly clothed corpses were piled up here. Everyone was drained. That vampire drunk every last drop of their blood. What a nightmare, as if it was a curse. Alencia, even if you're the only one, you have to survive. To speak of one of the knights, the only one I knew, the Knights of the Shield, a woman, just like me, that is why I survived, allowed me to escape. She is definitely... I run along the mountain path. I run until dawn. There's no way out. The curse rebounds on itself. Cursing myself, I cannot escape from myself. And before my eyes, something appears, black as the night. It drinks and drinks. Filled to the brim, the blood leaked from its eye. It is not enough. However much blood it drinks, it cannot be sated. Crying tears of blood, it begins to laugh. The fluttering of black wings. The black eyes draw near. Drip, drip, rich red blood continue to flow. Dawn approaches. At my crawling ankles, trying to escape something wet and slippery. The crying, laughing, and blood-drinking monster. Oh, my freaking mouse. And then I wake up. It's still daytime, like in my dream. Today is definitely hot. I think I am not suited for walking around during the day. In the first place, I spend most of my time indoors as an alchemist. My skin isn't used to being in the burning sun. All the same, I made a promise to him, Shiki. A promise to gather information on the vampire in his place. Longitude unmatchable, the law of time do not apply, yet it appears in an unpre-designated space. It is not born, but it is very troublesome. It is somewhat random, so it cannot be expected. All the pieces are assembled, knowing what action will take place, the future is simple. The appearance of the town has not changed, the streets are still empty. The heat radiates off them like smoke. Why did I volunteer? It occurred in a mountain village in Western Europe. If they needed alchemists, they should have requested the one from the park. All the same, the church requested help from us, the Atlas Academy. We know people passing by. If I look behind me, no one is there. Only a strange emptiness. First, limit the condition, the place where it will occur easily. The culture, the population, furthermore, simulate world affair. Consider the random appearance of aces. 2,000 patterns is acceptable. Begin all variables are assigned values. Values with only some possibility are. I raised my hand. They said they needed calculation, so I thought I would calculate. Yes, we need to calculate. This is all encompassing fundamental of Alchemist of Atlas. It's just so hot, too hot for even a desert dweller. Not needed. Filter for optimal candidacy. 12,500 corresponding sectors on Earth. Only those places are where it can occur. Measuring the atmosphere pressure will result in predicting the time and place of a typhoon. It is the same, then grasping it is general process is. It's the general process. Progression is. I hurriedly enter a large building in order to download data simultaneously from gathered mind there. With only with only pure circuits, we cannot rely upon magical means for the realization of the occult. Therefore, we only use our mind to do so. We read the stars, the wind, the people, the this is why they call me the spirit hacker. Sion no, the Philian, the Ethernet light is able to compel and coerce the human's nervous system. Possible. The problem, the problem is yes, guessing what its prime condition is. What was the original cause of the phenomenon? What does it desire? Eternity? It cannot be. Such foolishness. Why would it desire that? Is there because the intent is not to destroy the mind? You cannot call it cracking. World. Collecting information to diagram the root of ancestry of events. Operating the process by the Dema Lapoli. We interfere with limitless possibility to set up limited formula for reading the future. I really do not need to do that. In the first place, a meaning it to living forever. Perhaps I'll achieve it. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop! What a chaos. I went. Sorry. Something called it. Girl. Utter chaos. I want silence. Cut. No, I have to tell myself not to cut. I'm still being influenced from that nightmare. Calmly, calmly, cut, cut. I have to block these thoughts from my mind. Their thought process halted. Suddenly I'm very tired. My throat is parched and sore. My entire body collapsed in on itself. I expel the air from my lungs. It's like breathing fire. I can't breathe. My vision blurred. If I don't rest, if I don't sleep properly, I won't be able to keep going. I may only have 2 or 3 days left, but I can still move. If I can still move, I'm still alive. I'm still injured from last night's battle, but it won't slow me down. I really was careless yesterday, wasn't I? I knew about cheeky abilities, but I was never clear on his fighting experience. Maybe he only fought on a few occasions, but those were against members of the 27 ancestor and the agent of the church. If he was strong enough to stand against creatures like them, he could hardly consider me to be a real enemy. It's a little bit regrettable. What? Ah, shit! I accidentally skipped one of the dialogue. My internet is connected to him. If he tries to back out of our agreement, I can calculate his location easily enough. After we agreed to cooperate, I touched his head and attached my etherlight. Not remote control, but direct contact with my etherlight, burrowing into his nervous system. Therefore, that's just in case. I start to feel less and less well. I should stop thinking these after thought. Anyway, I have to fulfill the promise I made with him. Information collection ended easily enough. It doesn't seem that most of the citizens have heard of the second coming of the vampires. But it is only thin rumors, not too different from the information that Shiki knows. All the same, no one denies his rumors. Even if the credibility is non-existent, it is a rumor accepted naturally. Everyone seems to feel happy. Something bad is going to happen. The emptiness of the town has crept into their hearts. The town will bake in the heat today, and probably tomorrow as well. The stage is set, a town under attack by fierce heat of record high temperature, the spawning of strange paradoxes of unknown origin. Terrible ideas, ill omens, visit to the temple portending bad luck. Coincidence? The dark nights were uneasiness, fed by anxiety, probably reality. Even though not one murder has occurred, everyone say it happened, and the vampire has returned. And during the deep night in the empty town, a lurking shadow which wanders the streets. Soon the moon will form a perfect circle in the sweltering night, which seemed itself to be in agony. Until then, I must guide this loose rumor into a definite shape. Sion arrives according to the schedule. Good evening. You are on time, Shiki. Same for you, a big difference from someone I know. Actually, she would come extremely early and then go hide. Shiki, how did things turn out with the true ancestor? Well, it can be pretty hard to get a hold of her sometimes, but I left a note in her room. Maybe tomorrow will be different. Is that so? So she covered her tracks well. This won't be easy. Right. As fickle as she can be, she might just have decided to go off and play around for a while without even knowing what's going on. Perhaps, do you not think she left you intentionally, Shiki? Intentionally? What do you mean, Sion? I mean that the return of the vampire could possibly be the true ancestor. That's impossible. Arcui would never do this kind of thing they're talking about. Never? You really are a wonderful person, Shiki. Denying it completely like that. Well, thanks. I stammer a reply. For some reason, her words don't seem sarcastic. Almost have a ring of admiration to them. Anyway, Akari doesn't drink human blood. You might not know that, Sion, but she isn't a vampire in the rumors, right? If you say so. However, if the vampire has returned to this town, then isn't it strange that there is no other vampire around besides the true ancestor? There has to be something which was a model for all these rumors. A model for the rumors? Wouldn't that be the incident from a year ago? That isn't the model, but the source. The rumor has been very clear about that. No one has actually seen or heard anything themselves. Putting aside from what is true or false, does there not have to be some shadowy figure wandering the nights on which to base these rumors? Sion is a little hard to follow. No, in the first place, Sion, I've been wondering. You talk about research and studying vampire. Who exactly are you? I'm an alchemist. You know about Magi, do you not? The one named Ciel belonged to this church, but there is another organization called the Magi Association. I'm a member of the Magi Association. There are 3 separate branches. I belong to Atlas. The church views vampires as their enemies, but they have an agreement with us, the Magi Association. You could say we're a military force that isn't black, but not white either. Magi Association. If that's the case, then maybe Sensei is also in the association. Maybe Sion knows her. I do not. Your Sensei is a London problem child, so it's natural for a member of Atlas like me not to have met her. What did he say? Sion, how did you... I can tell what you're thinking. You're someone whose face is easily read. I'm used to Akio and the others saying that, but it's a bit of a shock to hear it from Sion, who I've just met. Whatever, then what do we do from here? It isn't fair if you don't tell me the results of all the information you gathered before. I don't mind, but what I gathered was not really any different from the rumors that you heard, so I have nothing to tell you. My, that's troubling, isn't it? So now we will just have to confirm it with our very own eyes. After all, if we're going to find a rumored vampire and the source behind it, we have to search the city at night. So we're back to that. I didn't expect anything better. This reminded me more and more of what happened last year. So this is my plan, Shiki. Why don't we look together? I don't know this town very well. I would be wasting my time without a guide. Well, they say 2 heads are better than 1, but is it alright? Your purpose is to research vampires, so... We cannot declare for certain the source of these rumors isn't the true ancestor, correct? Reason stands that if we fulfill your goal, it would be easier to find a true ancestor. It would be meaningless if only I found a true ancestor, and you would become free much quicker. It would be meaningless. It would be meaningless if only I found a true ancestor, and you would be free much quicker. I think that goes without saying. I see, that's what she's thinking. Well, we'll see, I guess. I think that was her proposition. It was hard to read. Like Shiki just said, she's hard to understand. I'm guessing that's not even a translation thing. I'm guessing that's just how she naturally talks. Alright, give or take, then. Yes, as much as I can, I will help you with your agenda. Park. You walked so far and still haven't found anything. The town is strangely quiet, but there's no odd feeling to the air. We haven't gone into the area mentioned in the rumors. I hate to say this, but more victims will appear as time passes. Huh? Sion, what do you... Whoa! Oh, Senpai! Tanakun, why are you here with her? Sion Etna, don't tell me you... I think you misunderstand, Agent. I asked for Shiki help, so he accompanied me. No one forced him. As for what you're thinking about, no. Is that so? So he has nothing to do with you then. So you won't ask for his help then, when we fight. Senpai, hold on. This may look like something is going on, but you don't have to bring out your black key like that. All of a sudden. Tono-kun, please be quiet. Goodness, why do you always show up in the bothersome situation? Or is it that you can't resist the request of a cute girl? That's definitely not it. At any rate, stand aside, Tono-kun. I will not listen any longer if you get in my way. Prepare to be punished. Sion Ednum Alencia. An order has been issued by the church to take you into protected custody, or failing that, to capture you by any means necessary. A similar request has been issued by Atlas Association. Do you have anything to say in your defense? I have nothing to say, but I will not let you capture me. If you try, you will be destroyed. Yeah, saying that all of a sudden is a little... Wait, Sion, what did he say? You will not comply with the church orders? Orders? Very well then. As an agent of the church, I am placing you under arrest. I will make you reflect on your actions. Your partner will also have quite a painful experience. Senpai, why are you getting so serious? Who should fight, Sion or Shiki? I'm going to use Sion because, well, Shiki sucks, but also because, I want to try to switch between the two throughout this whole playthrough. And try to show off characters as much as I can. It's weird that, also, whoa, I didn't think that would use like being the, Hachi. Oh, shoot, that's cool. Come on. Ah! One, two, three. Here. Oh man! No. Wait, is Bloodfeet in this game? I haven't tried yet. Let me try it. No. I might have missed. Will you stop blocking? I just want to do cool combos. Ah. Ah. Like that. I want to do stuff like that. Okay, do you stop? How the frick that minute? I can't dash now. That is enough. This battle is ours, Agent. I see, your ability has certainly improved. Fighting you now would be a bad idea. Furthermore, since he is helping you, it would be best to let Sleeping Doll lie. Sion Etnum Alencia, I entrust your monitoring to him now. Your involvement in this, is disturbing, but it is foolish for me to distract from my main task. That's a strange thing to say. Shiki and I are partners. He doesn't mind my involvement. Yes, you may be right. He is nice to everyone. So I will not get in the way. But no matter what, you will not be able to do anything bad when you are with him. You best keep that in mind. Tono-kun? Yes, what is it, senpai? You don't have to be so apprehensive. Since you chose to associate with her, you will have to supervise her until the very end. You can't leave her alone halfway through. Me supervise Sion? Yes, since she is investigating vampires, she will need your protection. I will not be able to help you until I have killed the dead apostle, so you have to protect her until then. Until you kill the dead apostle? Wait, hold on. Are you looking for vampires from the rumors too? Of course, I am on a formal order from the church, and a powerful dead apostle is hiding somewhere in the town. So I ask you not to do anything foolish, Tono-kun. If the church is involved, then that must already have begun. Just as you say, Sion Etnum. I understand your feelings, but hunting dead apostle is the business of the church. You should stay out of it. And as for apprehending you, that is the duty of the Magi Association. For me, everything else is secondary to the hunt for the dead apostle. I am being overlooked. Of course not. Because as soon as the dead apostle hiding in the town is disposed of, you will definitely be of top priority. You were saying I should leave Japan then, Agent. I'm surprised you would be so soft. I heard from the night that the Bureau's agency was one of the most bloodthirsty group of killers around. Was that information wrong? No, they were right. I just don't feel good tonight. Even if I am part of the Bureau's agency, I am still human. It seems there is at least one person trying to play innocent. After everything is over, you can tell me all about it, Tono-kun. Going to DD. Okay, okay. This is the right route, right? Thank goodness. The fact that she found us in is a big plus, but the fact that she can be pushed back is an unexpected development. I expected that if I encountered her, but I would be forced either to flee or to be destroyed. It seems that internal factor tipped into the scales in my favor. You, Shiki. She certainly is cautious. When it comes to you, an agent of the agency saying stay out of trouble and don't get in my way of my duty, never would have thought of it. So this could help remove the biggest obstacle to our plan. If this, Shiki, are you listening to me? I'm sorry, Sion. What is it? Not what is it? Didn't we just turn back an agent of the church? It is not traditionally the part where the victors celebrate. Yeah, something like that, I guess. All we did was simply push back dealing with the problem until later in the future. And Sion, we really did just make Senpai really angry. Let's not think about the unpleasant future right now. More importantly, what was that thing Senpai was saying earlier? Thing? What do you mean? The thing about the order to arrest you, and then protected custody, and, well, maybe that not so bad, but the capture by any means part is a little much, isn't it? You told me you were part of the Magi from Atlas, but you never said you were on some wanted list. Of course not. I felt no need to speak of it. You felt no need. You don't just hide something like that. Shiki, please stop yelling. You are... Let me try that line again. You felt like no need? You felt no need. You don't need to just hide... Let me try that one more time. You felt no need. You don't just hide something like that. Shiki, please stop yelling so much. You are drawing attention. But it certainly was a mistake on my part. I did not think even the church was searching for me. It seemed the Magi Association really intent on returning me. Alright, I can accept that, but what in the world did you do for Senpai to really attack someone like that? Is rare. I mean, it doesn't happen often. Are you sure you didn't do anything to make her angry, Sion? If so, it would be troublesome if you didn't tell me, you know. Troublesome? Shiki, why? If you're going to work together, we have to have an understanding between us. We got to be able to rely on each other. There can't be any more secrets. Is that so? Part of being partners? Yeah, that's really important between partners. Yeah? Shiki, Alice is hunting me because I turned my back on their doctor. Objectively, I have not done anything wrong. You are not an accomplice, so there is no need to worry. No, I wasn't asking if you did something wrong. I was just wondering why Senpai was after you. Please believe me, I didn't do anything for you to despise me. Yeah, I believe you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Let me explain the rest. The Magi Association I come from is the Atlas Academy. There is one overall Magi Association, but different places would have different academies. I know, the largest Magi Association is is in London. Senpai said that earlier. That's the clock tower, hidden within the very famous British Museum. They are one of the most respected associations. Many Magi try to imitate their stances, but I am from a place far away from there, an alchemist of Atlas in Egypt. Other academies encourage learning and experimentation in a wide variety of disciplines. In Atlas, there is only one path, and those who venture off the path is severely punished. Severely punished? Sion, don't tell me you... Yes, I broke their commandment. Atlas strictly forbids the disassemblement of knowledge, but I traveled to other academy and exchanged information with their researchers. You mean you traded away secrets from displaced Atlas? No, I would never reveal Atlas' own secrets. The information I traded was the fruits of my own personal research. Well, they shouldn't have gotten angry about it if it was just your work. Alice does not seem to see it that way. They believe that the results of one's own work should be revealed only to oneself. That is their absolute law, and consequently, they view my action as a serious transgression. Perhaps it is very unbecoming, but for an alchemist, but getting answers to my question was more important to me than Atlas restrictions. Answer to your question about a cure for victimhood? Yes, exactly. Question about the dead apostles, the thought process of those humans who sought immortality, the underlying faith of those humans avoiding such a contradiction. What drives them? Why carry such doubts within me? Those are my chains. Sorry, could you be a little more clear? Your actual, your explanation is a little extremely hard to follow. Well, excuse me, your inability to comprehend things is really something. Just dumbing things down my words to meet your vocabulary takes forever. Now, you want me to somehow match everything to your limited knowledge? No, in the first place, my explanation was not lacking. The only lacking thing here is your ability to understand anything. Anyway, my point of my crimes was to find a cure for vampirism. Don't you want that too? Well, sure, that would be great, but Sion, what is it, Shiki? What is it? It's not a question of your motive. Didn't Senpai say you had a connection to this vampire mess? Of course, I am entrusted to gathering information for you. I don't know. I don't have any connection to it. Why is it so hard to believe that? I don't have any connection to this trivial, inconsensual vampire affair in such a far east country like this. Wow, trivial is pretty hard, isn't it? Pretty harsh, isn't it? No, that isn't what I meant. I mean, at current stage, it is trivial. These rumors have not been verified, nor has there been any victim, right? In other words, it will be serious once your victims turn up. Just some rumors. It is pretty trivial. Maybe I was a little stupid to investigate it just because it seemed interesting. You got it all wrong. Trivial isn't the right word. We will be lucky to end this before victims do appear. Excuse me. Look, Shiki, you can't just ignore the rumors that a vampire has reappeared in town. Don't ignore the rumors, Sion. Wait, let me say that again. Don't ignore this rumor, Sion. I thought you came here to see Arcui, not because of those rumors. Didn't I say that before? I came to this town to meet with the true ancestor. Then a totally unrelated dead apostle just happened to appear here. Well, whatever. What do you mean, whatever, Shiki? You have your secret, but I can see you're not a bad person. You can't understand at all. As a matter of fact, you really get on my nerves, Shiki. I really do want to explain it all to you, but no, it's alright. I think I understand your situation now. So we just ended here. More importantly, it's almost surprise. It's almost be up soon. The vampire only come out at night, you know. Shiki, your family will be up soon, right? It would be meaningless to continue our search any longer. Hey, Sion, how do you know that much about me? Because your thoughts are very strong. I don't want Akiha to find out about my night patrol. Is your highest priority. Akiha is very important to you, but you're a little scared of her, aren't you? You seem to think about her a lot. If you think about her so much, I wonder what kind of person she is. Let's stop here. Please stop. At any rate, let's go our separate ways for now. We can meet again tomorrow night at the same place. We might be able to catch Arcui next time. Eh? It would be better if you hid yourself in the daytime. Despite what Senpai said, she may just come looking for you if you are alone. I was going to do that. See you later, then. Meet you at the usual place tomorrow night. Troubling. How can he just trust me so completely like that? Alright, that's the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Take care.